Welcome back to KMM Tech. Today we're going to talk about virtual devices. I had a question recently about virtual devices and use cases for virtual devices, and I really don't use virtual devices. I think that for the most part, they're really good for like testing different types of devices and apps and that sort of thing, which I don't really do. However, I did find a use case for it, and I realized that I was actually using a virtual device, and I'm probably using it in a really kind of backwards way. And there's probably a better way to do it, but this is how I have it set up. So let me show you what I've got and why I have it set up this way. So if we go to our apps page, we're going to go to the Amazon Echo application. And if you look at the devices that are available, you'll see that there are only switches that are available. Well, what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to control multiple things. Like, for example, I'd like to be able to close my garage door and, I don't know, turn on my thermostat fan from the Echo. And I can do that using a switch. So we're going to create kind of a ridiculous rule that's going to open my garage door, turn on the thermostat fan, and then turn on just like a random switch in the house. And I'll show you how that happens. But let me show you the rule that I'm actually using in my setup, because maybe it'll help make this make a little bit more sense as to why I've done it. So I got this rule called Bedtime Rule, new. So I have a switch called Bedtime. Okay, and when that switch turns on, it is then going to change the speaker volume on my Google Home in my bedroom, and then it's going to turn off a harmony activity. It's going to turn off my master bedroom light. It's then going to take this switch and turn it off, and then it's also going to turn on the thermostat fan to circulate air throughout the house overnight. So here's what we do to do this. So we're going to go to Devices. And we're going to create a virtual switch. So to do that, we go up to the top right here, add virtual device. And we need to give this a device name. So we're just going to call it delete. And you'll see that it fills in the network ID. In the past, it hasn't done that, which was kind of annoying, but I like the fact that it comes up with its own network ID now. And then I'm going to go here, and you'll see that there, like any driver that is available in Hubitat, you have access to. So you could actually, kind of demo rules based on all of these different switches that are pre-installed to see how if rules would function or fail. So that's why I say it's good for testing. But in this case, we're looking for virtual switch. So you can type in the search here, and here's our virtual switch. And that's all we need to do for right here. So we hit Save Device. Now we're going to create our rule. Inside of Apps and inside of Rule Machine. We're going to create a new rule and call this delete. Virtual switch. Now our trigger event is going to be when this switch turns on. So we're going to go to switch. And the switch that we're looking for is that new switch that we created, that delete switch. Update. And we want it so when it turns on. We're done with our trigger events. So when this switch turns on, now we're going to select our actions. And let's go to garage doors. We can open our garage door. Done with this action. And let's control our thermostat. It's going to be our Nest thermostat. And we can go to fan setting and we'll turn it to on. Done with this action. Let's see, what else can we do? Let's control Music player, we'll set the volume to 100%. Oop, I have to set the device, sorry. Bedroom speaker, I guess. Done with this action. So let's look at what we have so far. So when this switch turns on, it's then going to say, okay, we're going to turn on, open the garage door, set the fan for my HVAC system to turn on, and set the volume of the speaker to 100%. Now, there's one more thing that we have to do, and if you looked at my other rule that I have set up, I want to turn this switch off right away, because if I don't turn the switch off, what will happen is the switch will stay in an on state. So if I go to trigger this again, it'll still be in the on state, so the rule actually won't fire. So I need to go back to here to actions, and we're going to add one more action to control switches. We're going to turn off a switch, and in this case, we're going to turn off the delete switch. But we want it to be on a delay. And you can set the delay for however you want. I usually do 2 seconds. That way I'm sure that the rule is run and that it's got time so it won't conflict with anything else. So, done with this action. And we're done with all actions. So now, if I have this switch turn on, all of these rules will file. My garage door will open, the thermostat fan will turn on, and the bedroom speaker will be at 100%. And then it will then take this switch and turn it off so that it is ready to go in 2 seconds. I hope that helps and gives you kind of some ideas to jump off with as what you can do with virtual switches and virtual devices. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Please make sure you hit that like button if you like what we're doing here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification for so you get notified of our new videos. That's it for today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.